Hi guys, Dom here. I know I don't usually do this kind of thing, vlogging. Haven't done it in a long time. It's mainly a time thing for me. I'm much quicker at writing articles, so I stick to that. But I wanted to give a quick update on the site. I know I haven't updated it as much as I have done in the past. This year I've had a lot on, work-wise. I've also been grinding up to gold in League of Legends, which I know sounds sad, but yeah, it was a challenge of mine. Had a holiday last week and I had a big think because I've got a lot of changes on the way this year. Things are getting much busier with my main job at the British Esports Association, which I really enjoy. We've hired some new staff there, so we've got a bigger team and we have lots of stuff going on there. And when I was on holiday last week, I had to have a think about the site because, you know, I was thinking about what direction do I want to take it in. UK League of Legends has always been the focus. And I think, you know, we'll always have that focus to some extent. But, you know, the content out there now, there's so much more. The scene has changed so much compared to when I set it up almost 4 years ago. There wasn't much content around UK League of Legends. Now all the teams in the UKLC are doing a great job with content. There's so much great video content. There's other news sites that have cropped up, Gromp News and things like that, which cover the scene to an extent that I can't at the moment, just through lack of time and funding. So I had a long think. I was thinking, do I reposition the site? Do I make it a global news site? Or if I do, I'm never going to be able to compete with the likes of ESPN and DOT and all that stuff that have big teams. So I had a long think. And, you know, it's great that it's got that UK niche, the UK sports scene. I'll be honest, like, I'll be really frank, like, the site has turned into a bit of like press releases UK, because I just don't have the time to do thorough research, interviews and things like that I'd love to do anymore, sadly. So I stick to the quick wins, the press releases. Some say it's lazy journalism. I think people who know me and have followed the site over the years know that I'm not lazy. It's just a lack of time kind of thing. But anyway, I'm going to stop beating myself up because I have friends that say to me, stop doing that, don't do that, Dom. You know, what I've created at Esports News UK, I'm really proud of it. I absolutely love it and I don't want to see it go. I had considered maybe selling the site, moving it on. The reason for all this, I should probably say, my wife and I are expecting. And it was a surprise for me because it's twins. You might have seen my tweet the other week. And they're due the end of this year. So I'll be honest, it's kind of make or break time for the site now. There's no way I can hold down 2 jobs and have 3 children at the same time. There's just no way I can do it. Just like dig myself into an early grave, I think, if I tried to do that. It's partly why I stepped away from the UK Esports Awards last year. I just didn't have the time to do it properly. But they've got a great team, so, and I'm going to be supporting that. But anyway, Esports News UK, yeah, it's make or break time. My plan for the site, I think the long-term plan is to ultimately get someone on board who can do what I'm doing now, or what I did do, you know, towards the tail end of last year, beginning of this year, managing all the content, you know, producing articles, doing the research, making great content that I just don't have time to do anymore. And then that will allow me to step back and you know, have more of like a publisher, senior management role where I can pass story ideas and things to that person or people and say, you know, this would be an interesting angle, can you research this, and so on, because I just don't have the time to do it anymore. So the plan is to get a salesperson on board. We did have a salesperson, Rob Baker, who's great person. I worked with him for many years, and we've done some great stuff on the site, delivered some good results for many clients. Rob has, Esports News UK is just one of several brands he looked after. So, you know, we need someone basically to step up to be like a sales executive or like sales manager, I guess, for Esports News UK, working with me, selling homepage takeovers, advertising space, like other campaigns, sponsored articles, things like that. So if we can get someone on board to do that, it's purely commission based. You know, the sky's the limit for whoever comes on board. It's a really good role. I'm looking for someone really who's either at uni or is a graduate, someone who studied sales or something like that, who loves esports, wants experience, and you know, to have like an additional revenue stream, an income stream for them. And I'll be honest, like this role, whoever gets it, like, it's going to be very pivotal. The amount of influence you'll have on the future of the site is massive. So it's really important I find the right person. And I've put a job ad up on Hitmarker, so I'll put a link in somewhere around this video or tweet or wherever I put this out. I want the site to continue. I really want. Early this year, that's what I was going to say. I did a course on pitching to investors, and I've made a nice deck and things like that. And again, I just haven't had time. It's one of those things I'd like to reach out to potential investors. I did think about doing that. You know, I want to leave all doors open, so there's the possibility for me to do this full time in the future. Or, you know, it'd be nice to step back, keep it running so it can run itself, and then I can have this sort of management role. I've seen several people in the games industry. Andy Payne, who's chair at British Esports Association, he's a great guy, really good mentor for me, and you know, he works with several businesses and manages it. There's people out there like Craig Fletcher's doing amazing stuff with loads of different companies, so it can be done. And that's my vision. You know, maybe in the future we get a co-owner on board, an investor on board with Esports News UK. We have a small board, and yeah, you know, I want to see it continue, but there's changes I need to make that are outside my comfort zone, because I'm a content guy. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not good at selling myself, which you've probably got from this video. So I need to make these hard changes, and I need to do it this year because the little ones that are on the way, and I want to make it work. I hope you'll support me as Esports News UK goes through some changes. We have a nice site redesign happening this year with some other cool little bits that I look forward to sharing with you later this year. And yeah, keep fingers crossed for me. I hope it all works out, and I want Esports News UK to be like it was a few years ago, not writing solely about drama. I don't mean that. I mean, I was all over it. You know, I was writing and producing a lot of content and getting a lot more shares on social media, and I want it to go back to those days, but it's about finding the right people to help me do that. So thanks for watching me drone on, waffle, and yeah, here's to the future of the site, and thanks for your support so far. Cheers, guys.